Alright, I'm back with part 2 of my bowl predictions, if you will, looking at the bowl games and everything. Now, I just ended with the Emerald Bowl, which is the last bowl game on the day after Christmas. Well, I have predicted, and I definitely mean this, USC, Southern Cal, will annihilate Boston College. The reason I say that is because USC wants to prove they should have been in a bigger bowl than this. Now, on Sunday, December 27th, we have the Music City Bowl. It will be Clemson and Kentucky, and I will go with Clemson to win this. Now, I know Kentucky is a strong team. I'm not going to deny that. But Clemson, again, took Georgia Tech, I believe, basically gave Georgia Tech everything they could handle, and Clemson's going to want to prove they should have also been in a bigger bowl, so Clemson is going to win this game. Now, on Monday, December 28th, the Independence Bowl. Texas A&M and Georgia, I go with Texas A&M, because even though they got the lesser record, if you will, Texas A&M is going to want to prove that they're just as strong as Georgia and that they can take Georgia to the limit. Texas A&M will win this game, the Independence Bowl. Then, on the 29th, we have the Eagle Bank Bowl. Now, as I mentioned in part 1, the Eagle Bank Bowl is basically right now up in the air because Temple is in. But the question is, who is their opponents? Is it going to be UCLA or Army? We don't really know yet. But here's the thing. Temple seems to have improved so much over the past year. People are predicting they will win this game. That's probably true. However, if UCLA gets in, expect UCLA to give them a fight. But if Army gets in, expect Temple to win. So right now it's up in the air. Again, if Army gets in, Temple wins. UCLA stays in that position of being in the bowl game, UCLA wins. Then you got the Champs Sports Bowl. Miami University and Wisconsin. This ought to be a real good bowl game because both are very legitimate powerhouses. Miami, of course, is going to have the fan base. Then, because of that, I've got a feeling it's going to be more like a home game for Miami. So I've got to go with Miami winning the Champs Sports Bowl. Then, on Wednesday, December 30th, the Humanitarian Bowl, Bowling Green in Idaho. Now this is kind of a surprise because I know there's a lot of Idaho fans out there that when you attend a home game, it's like you're just going inside an arena. I mean, it's a 100-yard field, but it's like, whoa, this is it. But anyway, Idaho will have the home field advantage, if you know what I mean, because they're going to have the home fans. Bowling Green is going to give them a fight, but I think Idaho is going to want it more. So I got to go with Idaho to win the Humanitarian Bowl. And then, of course, one of the big bowl games of this year, even though it's a mid bowl, but one of the major mid bowls, the Holiday Bowl. Nebraska and Arizona. I got to go with Nebraska on this one. Nebraska took Texas to the wire. Nebraska, just like the other teams I mentioned that took all the other teams in championship games and all that to the wire. I'm going to say this right now. Nebraska is going to run all over Arizona because they're going to want to prove that they should have been selected to maybe a New Year's Day game at least, or the January 2nd. So Nebraska wins the Holiday Bowl. Then, New Year's Eve, the Sun Bowl, Stanford, Oklahoma. And again, for an Oklahoma fan, you wouldn't have thought at the beginning of the season that Oklahoma would be in the Sun Bowl. You wouldn't have expected that. Well, they are. They will take on Stanford. This is going to be a good game. Oklahoma's going to bring a strong fan base, and Stanford's going to bring a strong fan base. I got to go, though, with Stanford. They're riding high. I know people are saying Oklahoma's going to come in. They're going to probably kick Stanford's ass. They're going to beat the butt. They're going to destroy them because they're angry at the fact that the season has went the way it did. That might be true, but I got to go with Stanford beating Oklahoma in the Sun Bowl. Then you got the Armed Forces Bowl. Air Force, Houston. I got to go with Houston. They're the stronger team, and they're going to probably want to prove that they should have been in a better bowl as well. Now, the Texas Bowl, Missouri, Navy. This is going to be a good game. Missouri is going to want to prove the Big 12 dominance. Navy is going to want to prove that they're still one of the stronger independent teams. Up in the air, but I got to go with Missouri beating Navy. I hate to say that, but Missouri is going to beat Navy, no doubt about it. I mean, I know my dad's a Navy SEAL. I respect that. Not a Navy SEAL, but I know my dad has been in the Navy. My dad's been in the Navy. He's not a Navy SEAL, but he's been in the Navy. He's a strong Navy fan, strong Navy supporter, but I got to go with Missouri on this because they would want it more. They want to prove the Big 12 dominance. Then, the Insight Bowl, Minnesota, Iowa State. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking Kansas State should have been in this bowl. I agree. Kansas State should have gone. I don't know if they beat Iowa State or not, but they should have gone. But Minnesota and Iowa State, I got to go with Iowa State winning this. Because even though Minnesota is a good team, Iowa State's going to want it more, and it will give them something to build on the following year. And then, of course, the big bowl game that ends, the big New Year's Eve game, the Chick-fil-A Bowl, Virginia Tech, Tennessee. Got to go with Virginia Tech on this one. They got the stronger team, and they're going to want it more. Excuse me for a second. Okay, this might go into another part. I apologize. Alright, New Year's Day, we have the Outback Bowl, which starts us off. It'll be Northwestern and Auburn. I got to go with Northwestern beating Auburn. I know Auburn's a good team, but I got to go with Northwestern beating Auburn because it's Northwestern's first New Year's Day game in quite some while, so I got to go with Northwestern. Capital One Bowl, Penn State, LSU. I got to go with Penn State on this one because they're stronger, they're bigger. There you go. Gator Bowl, Florida State, Virginia Tech. Some people are questioning Florida State being there, but since it is Bobby Bowden's last game, I predict Florida State will win the Gator Bowl against West Virginia and send the coach out on his last game with a win in a major New Year's Day bowl game. Then the Rose Bowl, Ohio State, Oregon. I got to go with Ohio State. I just got to. I mean, I know Oregon is riding high. They got a lot of momentum, but this is Ohio State's kind of game. They're going to want to win it. They're going to want to prove they're still among the elite. Ohio State wins. Then the Sugar Bowl, Florida, Cincinnati. Got to go with Florida on this one. They're going to want to avenge the fact that they lost the SEC championship, that they got humiliated in the SEC championship, and they're going to want to prove a point. And Cincinnati, even though they're undefeated, it's going to be the sacrificial lamb. And I'll be back with part 3 on my finale of the bowl predictions and who I think will win.